All right, gentlemen. All right, kings. Welcome back. So, from the good people over at Manhood, did we ever take a look over some women shocked and flabbergasted that men are choosing peace of mind over getting a piece of action?
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And I see it. It's gotten harder to date. You know, lately, men are very like satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're like, working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to like commit to anyone.
Exactly, because as we become older and we get more established in our careers, guess what? We have big boy money for big boy toys. Even if what you want, even if your hobby is something from your childhood, collecting toys from your childhood, whether that's like the 80s or the 90s action figures, with everything going digital, I see a lot of people posting, oh, I picked up a Sega Dreamcast or a Sega Saturn or my PlayStation 2 with all the retro games because hey, Sony's discontinuing physical media, everything's going to be going all digital. They want to know that they own something. And you got your childhood. It reminds you of a simpler times before bills and responsibilities where you could just look at it and going, "Ah, I'm at peace."
Men can't go out and have fun without women. Women can very happily go to a club or go on holiday, have a great time with their girls, get their own table section by themselves, go on holiday, girls trip by themselves, have a great time. Men, if it's not somebody that they see in the club that they're interested in, or if they don't have an ulterior motive with that person, it's not a good time. Like, their motives for doing these trips and going to clubs is because they're looking. They're predatory. They're looking for something.
Well, I think what Sharquisha was trying to say is, you know what? No, us guys can have plenty of good times by ourselves. How many hobbies do you guys have that you could just shut off your brain and just enjoy yourself? Whether it's video games, building model cars, RC racing, going to the gym, getting a good workout in. You don't need constant stimulation and entertainment like these women do. You could curl up with a good book. You could not talk to anyone for 2 days, and it's heaven, it's peace, it's quiet. But these women always need the constant loud stimulation and entertainment. Going to the club, going on a girls' trip. Yeah, I'm sure when you go to the club, oh, I'm sure you're going out of pocket and paying for your own drinks, right? You're not batting your eyelashes and pressing your chest together to sucker some guy into buying you a drink, huh?
There's a moment most women never ever see coming. And that's when Mr. Nice Guy just stopped being Mr. Nice Guy. There's no warning, no speech, no big argument. One day he just woke up and started moving different. And that's the part that throws a lot of people off because he wasn't complaining before. He was just showing up, saying yes, adjusting, going out of his way to make sure everything ran smooth. So when the switch happened, it kind of feels random, but it's not. It's been building every time he ignored what bothered him. Every time he chose peace over honesty. Every time he gave more than he had and told himself it was just part of being Mr. Nice Guy. Until one day, something small happens. Nothing too big, nothing dramatic. And he pauses and he thinks, and something becomes clear to him. And for the first time, he doesn't override himself.
I think she's absolutely right. And I could say, you know what? How many times have you guys been at work and you just go along to get along? You don't want to create ripples, you don't want to create waves, you don't want to stand out like let's just get through the day. But like a grain of sand, how many grains of sand does it take till you make a pile? How many times do you sweep the dust under the rug till you have a lumpy rug and it just all explodes like a dam? So much pressure. It's like I'm done. I'm done going along to get along. I'm doing things my way. I don't give a how you guys feel. You have taken advantage of my niceness. You have thought that my niceness is weakness, and it's not. So off.
The amount of men that are broke, don't want to be providers, or spend their money to take a woman out to nice places, what do you want then? Do you even like women? Maybe you should be dating men. These types of guys are wondering what they're getting in return when they're getting her presents. Women can afford their own dinner. They don't need to be there, and they don't understand. There can only be one princess.
Don't you just love their condescending attitude? Oh, well, you don't take a girl to a nice place. You can go to a nice place. That doesn't mean it has to be an expensive place. Oh, I want to go here for the gram so I can take dumb pictures of my stupid food that I'm going to crap out in a couple hours. You want to be seen. You want to be at the spot. How about we could just enjoy each other's company? You know what? We're going to go for cosmic bowling. We're going to go miniature golfing. We're going to be doing something fun. But these women equate fun with expensive. If it's not expensive, then it's not fun.
You know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
Abso-freaking-lutely right. Imagine how disgusting and repulsive you ladies have made yourself. The guys would rather just be single. I would love to have a girlfriend. I would love someone to cuddle with and spend the holidays with. But you women are just so repulsive that I'd rather just be alone and go rent some street meat.
Right, listen, ladies, the lies are getting more and more and more flamboyant and dramatic. Why am I telling you this? Because you need to be alert. Open your eyes and realize that most men are just out here lying to you. See, majority of men on dating apps are either in relationships, married, or have some dysfunction.
Okay, how about the dramatic lie of this face? Do you think this is your au natural? This is what I came out with my mom's cooter face? Or do you think this is 17 pounds of product, chemicals, and all that stuff? She's gonna talk about lies.
Men really be lame as hell. Like, they really be showing you that lame ass video, crying real tears. Like, oh my gosh, bro, this is so funny. And that be the lamest you ever even watched. Like, who picked your sense of humor? Like the they be sending you that's supposed to be funny. It like, who are they funny to? Do you even know my sense of humor? I ain't laughed not one time.
I think she's a little right. I know when I was in my 20s, you'd send pictures and memes and gifs, and after a while it's like, okay, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's funny. Ha ha ha. I got crap to do. I don't care. I can't pay attention to every meme, #lit fire, YOLO, LOL. I don't care.
So all the men from my previous post saying that they have found peace by being alone and they're not trying to date because they just want peace. Are you trying to say that we don't bring peace to your life? I have to disagree. I do not think that if a woman that you so desired was available to you, you would choose peace over commitment, sex, good meals with conversation, and things like that.
Okay, commitment. Yes, you should be committed in a relationship. Bedroom action. Well, I could just either spank my monkey or go rent it off of the, Yum Yum Chung Lee massage parlor. Good food. Okay, hopefully you cook good. Conversations. Yeah, I'm not a big talker. Sorry. What do you mean? We don't bring peace. We bring peace to your lives.
Let's just talk about the lonely man epidemic that my sister kind of talked about the other day. And basically, it's that so many men are lonely because a lot of women are not willing to date them because, one, women are getting better paying jobs, they're getting better careers, and they're getting more educated in the sense that these women who are just getting hotter and smarter and making more money don't want just a regular mediocre man. And the thing is, with guys that do have pretty well-paying jobs and multiple degrees and are self-sufficing in pretty good ways, they are arrogant. There's not a lot of people that are very humble but also have a lot of things in their life. So in that point, there's something called the lonely man epidemic.
She's going to talk about the arrogance of men, yet she's going to say, oh, well, women are just getting hotter and smarter and richer, and they're not going to date dusty men, but it's the men who are arrogant, right?
You're not a loser because you make $50,000 a year before taxes. You're a loser because despite all of the effort women have put in the last 5 years on this app trying to explain to you what they want in a partner, you still go on the internet finding other losers that you would rather listen to about what women want. We have created maps, diagrams, graphs to help the horse get to the water. But because you would rather value what other men say what women want.
Chaos, chaos. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Anyways, guys, these women are obviously noticing and freaking out that we are choosing peace of mind over a piece of bedroom action. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Anyways, guys, I figure I'll leave it there. As always, take care and take it easy.